Are we back? I think we're back. My printer won't shut the hell up because I turn everything off. We're back. I think we're back. Hello. I hate pretty much everything about this country, but the internet is goddamn up there in the list right now. No, last pass isn't even frickin' working. $13p resolution. What? Like, the internet goes down and, like, I don't know what the hell busts, but it just will not work again until, like, I completely restart my computer and mess the hell up. Hello, Alpha Alpaca. Alright, the stream is back up. Yeah. In before it goes down again in the next 10 minutes or whatever. Glad I could help Opposite. That's what I'm here for. Sometimes. Alright, let's also, yeah, let's add it up here. So where we left off was painting over this level, and also worrying a little bit about the fact that changing how I'm doing this is going to kind of cripple the Norwich build unless I go in and change all of that too. And I like the Norwich build because it's a nice Danish. I do have kind of a, I mean, I have that build banked up, and I, you know, we have source control now, so I guess we never really lose a build. But it means I can't just go and test stuff in that place anymore. Which is unfortunate, but it should be okay anyway, because we want to get rid of all the, we've got way too many layers. We need to start getting rid of some of them. So I do need to do all this stuff. I think I'm going to make these like one tile thick. Maximum clarity. And also isolate any problems we might have with one tile thickness and these kind of things. So there's like dev tiles that I'm basically replacing the artwork in the game with for the time being so that I stop thinking about it. Sometimes I'm here for the money. Sometimes I'm just here for fun, sometimes I'm here to work on my own projects. Which is what I'm doing now. God of development, I don't know about that. That's a tall order. Okay. So that's the layout as we know it, right? That is everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and be mental now. Just straight up delete these layers. I'm gonna try to, hoping the game doesn't crash. There we go. Delete rock tiles. Man, deleting a layer takes time. And delete the sand layer. That tile's back on. This is what we got. Also the cave. So the background area in the cave. Oh, Christ almighty, phone. You can go to silent. Okay. I kind of want to know which areas are in cave and which are not, so it's tempting to keep this layer. But I don't fully know how I'm going to rock cave backgrounds yet, or whether I actually do want to do some parallax and stuff in the caves. I might leave that one on. Because really it's just one big auto tile there that doesn't affect anything and isn't affected by anything, so it's not too big of a deal. Okay, so now what happened? My internet went down, if you mean where did the stream go. Not really a much more exciting story to it than that. It went down and I had to restart my computer to get it to work again. So, I don't know, something about the... I don't know. So, let's go to O World. I could kind of keep this as like for legacy sake, actually. If I, oh right, I had that. I didn't realize that was a thing. So. I have no idea what any of that means, SG show. Hello, Samuel Clark. So at the moment we go through all those layers and we set the type and collision accordingly depending on what's in each one. What we're going to do instead is something different. So this is what we'll do if we are in a thingy room. So if oh yeah. Clean this up as well. So if room equals R Norwich. It's called the Norwich build because I took it to MGF and that was the build I made for that. In case anyone wondered. Okay, and then I can just be like, boom. was gonna say, do I actually need to convert this now? I don't... This can just be the layer, right? I mean... At the moment I have it like split into collision and then type, don't I? Which is kind of awkward. Like collision doesn't even do anything other than just say yes, this tile is collidable. Which 100% of those other tiles are, right? So what I might do instead then is merge these into one. Is that safe? This is gonna upheave a lot of physics. Let's move my mic a bit because it's getting in the way of my arm. There we go. I don't feel like there's a reason for type and collision to be separate. I feel like that was a dumb way of coding it. Which means, yeah, I'm just gonna have to completely get rid of that section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new one that will wrap everything else in. No. Did I check? No, it turns off. Global.tiles equals layer create depth 3, sure. Thanks, Matthew Stevens. Global dot equals map. So there's the layer it's on, and then there's the collision map. Layer create. What's wrong with global variables? It's a big game. A lot of people avoid global variables like the plague for no reason at all. Yes, I mean, it's good practice to make things local where you can, but I've got things that need to be accessed from lots of things, so they're globals. You use them for what they're designed for. You don't want to introduce too many dependencies and stuff on things and tie too many systems together. So things that can independently manage themselves are good, and that's why, you know, maybe it's not so amazing to have lots of global variables. But honestly, a lot of the time global variables can help with that kind of thing, because you're not constantly accessing other objects to gather information from them when you just need information globally. Why would I instead, like in the player object and in every other object that needs to interact with tiles in the game, go with world var tiles equals map tiles, come back out of the with, and so on. When I could just be like global. What should I do? Alright, so not T. I don't even need to convert this, do I? There's absolutely no reason for it. Originally I was doing so I could basically paint artwork in the world and the artwork would convert into the tiles I needed. But I don't think I actually want to do it that way. I don't think any of this is even necessary. It's nice to have a global points to it though, so I might do that. Global.lay tiles equals ID dev tiles. Is that what did I call it? Yeah. Yeah, sure. We'll leave it called that, that's fine. Tile map get ID is layer tile map. I thought that's what it was. Those are still relevant, because those are for other things. How do I even add to the safety layer again? I think I do that. Do I do that in the spikes themselves? Or in the entities? Mark unsafe. Oh right, okay. And then yeah, we just go straight into that. Although we don't actually use the global in here, which is dumb, so I make the global and then don't even get it. Should probably fix that at some point. Get my dashboard back up actually. Okay, so we gotta go through all the collision. I don't know how much collision analysis there actually is, but hey, let's find out. Oh yeah. That checks the safety map. Cool. So then let's play a move. And this is where most of the stuff will be, I presume. Right, and then map, yeah, okay. So we look for non-black pixels and we draw that. Infloor can then do some stuff with the tile set, so I think, yeah, okay. So if we change this from map collision, map tiles, this is a big change. Hopefully it's the right way to do it, otherwise I'm going to be sad and have to just roll back. But we can roll back because we are force controlling now. So check for script 4. Increase wall bounce speed over time. Yeah, that's fine. That should come first in this as well, I've just noticed. Just for the sake of efficiency, because then it shortcuts out if that's true. It doesn't bother doing all that stuff. Does them in order from fastest to slowest. No one helping me in PokeyPoke. What? With programming? No. With the artwork and the sound, yes. I mean, I say no, but I mean, I get all kinds of help for code and stuff from the Game Maker community and all that. But directly working on it, no. Flaws, that's all fine. Where's collision at? Collide and move. So can I just, yeah. Oh, okay, so this does this based on whether or not it's a slope. So slopes are numbers between, hang on, let's work this out. 1, 2, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So greater than 2, less than 11. Oops. I'm trying to move this out of the way so so that the microphone always catches me talking well, but doesn't. Oh, it's not on cardioid either, actually. This might help a little bit. But like I keep knocking it with my arms when I move stuff around. Argument 0 greater than 2. Okay, and let's come back to player here. So if that, not greater than 1, but if is slope. Can't remember why that's important, but I'm gonna trust myself because I did it all before. I don't know what people are actually talking about there. Focus object at every point you want a new focus. Something to do with cameras, I think. Do you ever inline small functions like that? Or not bother until profiling optimization stage? Yeah, I inline stuff all the time, man. It just depends how I'm feeling. I don't have a very consistent programming style, which is unfortunate a lot of the time. I just figure that's probably something I'm going to want to do a lot, so rather than having to keep remembering what those numbers are, I just put it in there and then I can change it from there. Non-tile, that's all fine. Vertical collision, so again, change this to tile. And then rather than, right, and I need to change the tile set that we, thingy. Is this not a slope? Okay, so is slope not is slope. Map tile. The sphere won't work with any of this, but we'll check to see if just the player works off the bat. That's cool. Walk down slopes if we're not in standing state. Okay, there's another one. Now we have to do timeout get out pixels so much. It feels like we shouldn't have to do it that much, but we just kind of do. Oh, if I call it map tiles or map... What did I call it? Map tiles, plural. Right. Let's make, yeah... God damn it, Sean. Right. That's okay. That's okay, that's okay. I know I could global replace this, but I want to just check over each one because I don't know of situations like that. I'm glad we passed in the tile map, that made that easier. Or did it? We could have just changed it once. Yeah, it'll get playtested for Key183. I'm not really taking requests at the moment. I'm just working, and you know, you can enjoy it or not. I don't see much to do. A following shader. I don't know what that means. But we'll hopefully be able to take a look in a second. But if anything, the game's going to look worse than it's previously looked because we've just gotten rid of half the artwork, right? How did I forget this one? So I was busy creating that is-slope script. Okay, so stay free everything that still uses map collision, but let's just see if this works the player. I don't know if I've maybe caused some bugs elsewhere. I don't think I cut the other stuff out of our world yet, so I think it's okay. Oh no, we don't even convert it, do we? Yeah, so it's all gone. Okay, so that slope does not work. Because we, yeah, alright, I know why. That's fine. I'll have weird consequences like that as well. But the ground itself works and that's cool. So, because that's just checking for anything there, pretty much. And for it to not be one of the tile slopes, that's fine. How do we create those again? So it'll be an O game. Yeah, you're talking about globals before. We got bad globals, man. Draw height table. Right, it's all in here, okay. P dev. S. Oh, I didn't put them in a row, did I? That means it was... Okay. Okay. Do I really have to just be in a long row? How does that actually work if I come in here? Like, if I had a top, if I just put in a layer I don't need for now, so that's to be T-call. It does just stretch off the end there as well, doesn't it? Oh, that's a pain. So am I gonna have to rewrite this to deal with columns? Because yeah, so what I've just run into here is that building the height table where I work out the height of the slopes and stuff, I relied upon having the tile set just be a single long row that I would basically draw on the screen, look for black pixels, and work out how high each tile was. This can still work if I get it right. I just need to account for there being multiple. So go from tiles to tile. Tiles rows, and it's S dev. No, tiles dev. Yeah, no. What did I call it? Yeah, it's tile dev. I don't know. Oh, tile. Ugh. But there is. Oh no. Oh, yeah, tiles safe is because it's S, right? Okay, S tile dev. Tile size. Okay. Now when you're basically going to need the same thing again, tiles height. So hopefully by the end of this we'll have slopes working again in the game, at least for the player. Which is something I kind of half didn't want to do. But I think it will be quite cool in the end. Sprite get height. Make tile layer. No, columns. Okay. And then we instead of just doing this, we have to like, yeah. In theory, at the end of all this, I can use debug mode to check if this is working. J. Do columns first, right? So for every column, do every row. Oh yeah. Thanks. And then it's not going to be just I, because it's not one along the row. It's, you know, it's like I plus, or it's J plus like I times how wide is it? 5. I think that makes sense. cell X is I, yeah, cell Y is J. No. So Y is I now, and that's J. I'm confusing columns and rows. Holy crap, hang on. Let me think about this. Yeah, I've done this the wrong way around. Okay, dumbass, right. Completely confused myself as to what those things meant. So for every row, yes, for each row that's counting down, we do each column. Right, got it. So for tiles outside ID, then it's for each column, so that is, yeah, it is J, that's right. So each column, each row times 5, that's right. And we're saying cell X is which row, no, cell X is which column we're on, and that is I. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Should I do string? And an apprentice. Gosh. How do I learn code? Just do it. Code lots. The more you code, the more things you basically just need to bury habits in your head. Do what you're doing. Keep watching tutorials. Just whatever it is you're trying to do, look up how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, then look up how to do the things you need to know in order to know how to do it, and then you can go from there. I don't know. I don't really know like a structured, systemic way to learn code. I just wanted to make games, so I started making games. I looked up tutorials for how to do the things I wanted to do. I didn't really have like a clear, systemic approach. Well, good luck with that, Philip. Okay. Unless that's going to be on that layer, that's cool. Render tiles. Draw a tile map. Right, so the highest to get is going to be a bit different. So it's actually tile times tile size is the number of pixels wide multiplied by the number of rows. So tiles, rows. And is that actually calculating on the top here? Yeah, so this has been done totally wrong. So it's rows is the height. Again, yeah. Swap those around. Because rows are the wider thing, I've been thinking of rows as the X position, but no, the row and row position reflects how high you are down, I think. It is kind of a pain in the ass at the moment, but it's better. And anyway, well, I mean, this is tile collision that also handles slopes and things, is what I'm doing. Just doing tile collision with a tile layer is pretty easy. And this is to be able to take into account like all these weird shapes and stuff. So I'm like drawing it on the screen, working out how high like each tile is and so on. And then I can basically then I have a lookup table. I can be like, okay, you're on this kind of tile, grabs the number that's appropriate based on your X position and that. rather than like actually going in and checking the pixel. Random tiles and get heights. Right. So we draw it, that'll draw it just fine. Heights to get, so heights to get is now the correct number of heights to get, but now it really only needs to get the slope ones, thinking about this. But I don't really have a way to draw just the slope ones. Or do I? Inflow is always going to check against the height table though, so I may as well just keep it to this way for now. There is a case for just writing a total exception to this, where it's just like we don't care about the height table because we know it's a solid block. But hang on though. So if heights to get j rather equals heights to get div 5 times tile size, which is bare hard coding that number in, but I don't care right now. Is that the way around div works? I always forget. Yeah, so there's a number of times that goes into that. So sure tell us what row we're on. I minus, I guess, j. God, this is going to be so hard to debug j. It goes off once it gets to, like, what even is that number? So I'm visualizing this right. So count 5 times 32, 160. So when we get to like 161, j will be 1 because it'll be like the number of times that goes into it. So it'll be like 161 goes into 161 times, like it's an integer value. So then I would want to not be 160 or 159 rather. Is that right? Oh man, it's counting backwards. Oh, what have I done here? Why is it counting backwards? Right, hang on, let's just maybe axe this a second. Let's just, instead of just changing it a little bit to try and get it to be right, let's kill all of this. Except for the key ingredients, which are we draw the tile map. We know exactly how many heights we want to put. Oh, hang on. Where's what comes after that? Break. Why break? What? Oh, right, because it's changing glue. Right. Copy you. And copy, right. Get rid of everything else. These are the key ingredients. These are the key ingredients. And then we can build a logic around them, rather than trying to manipulate a logic into just working. How to make car. Kind of busy right now, Bob Rokas. Not making any tutorials right now. Why don't many people use the built-in save and load? In my opinion, it works fine. Maybe people opt for other options. Why are there limits? Well, I mean, the built-in save and load allow you to just save just your current game state. I'm not sure. They're kind of a black box solution as well, so it's hard to know what they are saving and what they're not saving. Like, it does work with simple stuff, but like when you save a game, you're not necessarily wanting to save the exact state the player was in. Like, what if you accidentally saved and quit your game just above, like, falling, like, in the middle of a platformer and you're falling and you didn't know that you're actually about to hit a spike and it's completely unavoidable, and then you've saved your game and the next time you load it, like, you're saving that. Most games work on, like, checkpoints and systems like that, right? They'll save at specific times, so I mean, I suppose you can still do that with the built-in thing. So there are good reasons, but I'm just trying to keep my head on this thing right now. But basically, there's things you can do doing your own save stuff, and the built-in save stuff I'm not sure is totally cross-platform compatible either. Like, just saving the state of the game is not always what you want. Like, it saves the state of everything. Maybe you just want to save progress. Or you want to save, like, I don't know, other stuff. Right, so anyway, drawing top, right, so we know how many heights we want to put on this table. We've drawn the tile map. So for each row, so just this exact setup again. Copy, paste. Might ask why we're duplicating. That's because above we're just setting the tile map and then we drew it and then we have to go through it. So we've got an I and a J based on row, right? So for each one, we want to cycle heights to get 32 times, right? So we can just do a repeat. Yeah, repeat 32 actually. So that actually, yeah, works out just fine. Current current height to get. Sure, that's a really long ass variable name, but we'll just be as clear as we can. Repeat 32. current height to get essentially use the macro since we've got it. Repeat tile size. Do we want to just do 2 repeats? I could just do 2 repeats. So like this is for every column, like for every pixel column now. So we go through each one. We need to go through each column and work out how high it is. So let me remember how break works again. I think you can use that to break out for repeat, can't you? For repeat while a loop of some kind. Cool. So we don't want to do that yet. No, this has to be a for loop, doesn't it, actually? Sorry. For var pix pixel size pixel plus plus. Okay. Let's copy you. If surface get pixel application surface I. So now we just got to work out the position of all this, so we know what column we're on, or which row we're on. I. Well, the X position only cares about columns. So the column we're on is J times tile size plus. Oh, does this have to be a 4 as well? Yeah, because we need another. Yeah. Oh, no, we know from current height to get, I guess. But then we've got to divide that by a bunch of nonsense as well. Shall I just do a for loop? It might be easier. Now, I always tell people, you know, if you do have them on multiple rows, it's actually quite easy to just modify this to accommodate for that. Actually, a bit of a pain. Because, like, if you think about it, if you're confused about what's going on here, so before I had this, and I just went through column by column by column, pixel column by column, looking for the height of each pixel column. Whereas now, I have multiple rows, so I've got to go through each tile and like each 32 pixels of that tile, and yeah, it's a bit more of a pain. Totally lost where I was. Okay, alright. For each pixel column, we can just increase current height to get. That's fine. Because then by the time it comes to doing another row, current height to get is still right in terms of having... I still want just one long array, so this will work, I think, in terms of doing that. So that's that. That's the X position. The Y position is I times tile size plus underscore pixel. Yeah, and check isn't a thing anymore, right? Which I think used to be the pixel number. C black. So if that's not black, I don't think any. Make sure. I don't think I use black in any of this. That's important. Nope, good. Then global dot heights heights current height to get equals pixel, right? Because that's the number of pixels we've counted down. I hope it works that way around anyway. I don't know if I'd... yeah. We'll find out. Probably not. Am I, Patrick? No. No. If there were like a series of highlights and stuff, I might post that kind of thing, but... this is mostly just pretty dry code and stuff, right? I didn't think this bit would take this long. I never do, but... could have just made them a long row, man. Could have just made them a long row. Wouldn't have had to change the damn thing. No break, because we don't need to check the later ones. Which comes back down to here, increases current height to get by 1, moves on to the next one. What if there's no... what if it goes through all of them? If pixel alright, hang on. What I can do is be like, for the pixel column, global dot heights height to get equals 31, right? So it equals 31 by default. Oh no, 0. It equals 0 by default. And we just increase it. Then we don't even need to do this. So we can just height to get. And we can just break at that point. I can just put that on the end of that line. Because we won't need to do anything else there. So if 0 is it, then we break with it at 0. If it's not, then we add 1. And then we cycle again. And then when we break out, we change to be the next current height to get, and we keep going. And I think eventually that builds our array. Christ, I hope so. I'm just not going to think about it and hit run and see what happens. Normal ones are O-game tiles not set before reading it, heights to get. Oh yeah, and that's wrong anyway. It's number of tiles by number of rows times tile size, right? No, what? It's like, it's the total, it's the total number of columns, so... No, yeah, that was right. Number of columns, so there's 5 columns, times that's 160, 160 times the number of rows. Yeah, that's correct. What's PokeyPoke? It's a video game, or is becoming one. Okay, that still works as it should. No, yep. Wow, wow. Out of range. Okay, so what I'm going to do... Wait, what? I'm going to assume that just wasn't there. So I'm going to put debug there. Done equals 50. I'm going to put a breakpoint there. I'm going to check some stuff. So we run this. So in theory now we've drawn and rendered the oops. So that doesn't seem like it's drawn shit, but that is what I called it, right? T-dev, yeah. Add all tiles for there, go through there, tile set. What the hell is var data? Doesn't do anything. What are you doing here? Let's check my output window. That's not the output window, that's the profile window. Where's... Where's my output window? In here for some reason. I'm back into here. The profile and there. Right, okay. So this is weird because it should show that we've made way more tiles than that. Just as tile 0 set. And now we're all the way down here. Well, that's not good. Also, that's tapped too many times. Yeah, look at that. So this is going to take a little while, probably. I don't even know what that word means, the scientist, so sorry, that was of no help. Thanks for trying. J0, 0. So column 0, so row 0, column 0. I know it technically doesn't matter what order they're in, but it matters in terms of how I'm visualizing it in my head, so I understand what the hell is going on. Tile map set, J, alright. Go. What? Why does it only do one? Only that's one tile. Why would it do that? Because it thinks it's right. Okay, it thinks there's only one. Right. Because that's divided by tile size. Wait, what? That's tile that's way wider than one. One of those. What? That's tile that's 160 wide. So that's 160 divided by 32. And it reckons it's 1? What? Why? Clean? I don't know. What? Debug here? What? Doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense. Is this what every PokeyPoke stream is going to be like? I get stuck on some massive bug for like 8 hours. And this is what programming is like in general, I guess, but still. So is this going to run any time this year or what? What's going on here? Can we try again? Or is it having to compile stuff because if I cleaned it? What's it doing? Guess it's compiled the shader, so what is it doing now? Why is it taking 8 years? Oh, sorry, I'm missing on Twitch chat here. Task I go with. Why not? Okay, you just need the sprite list. Oh, crying out loud. No, that makes no sense. Sprite get width. Width of the base resource sprite with no transforms in pixels. S tile dev. This tile. This image sprite is width 160 by height 160. What on earth is making it think it's 1? or that divided by tile size is 1. Hang on, let's get a watch up. Like, this is bonkers. Variables, watch, add new watch. Sprite, get, width, s, tile, dev. 32, it's not. It's not 32. Oh, is this because of what you were saying? Because the tile set gets destroyed. But then how is it working in the first place? How was it working when I had it before? Or is that a recent runtime change? So the tiles set's now getting offed or something. Is that why slopes weren't working before? No, because they weren't even in as a thing. So it's right. So someone was saying before, like, tile sets get destroyed. So, like, I'm checking, or the sprite gets melted. So I'm checking for something that doesn't exist now, right? Export sprite disabled. So how do we make it so we do export that sprite? Oh, I think it's in the tile, right? So tdev disable source sprite export. No, put it in. We need it. So that would explain why. I mean, in theory, all the other code could be fine then. Just okay, yeah, that's obviously not going to be a thing. But it's not crashing on here now, so that's okay. And 24 tiles sets, which, you know, 5 by 5, 25, yeah, minus, yeah, 0, 3, 24. Yeah, okay, so that's correct. Now, once again, let's just have a look at this and see if it looks vaguely like what we expect. I think we're getting there. It was me, as Zenris, yeah. Well, I'm glad you did, because that's what essentially showed me. I think I probably got there in the end once I realised it was always returning 32. But it got me there a bit quicker. So yeah, done 50. Right, so graphics doesn't appear to have drawn it anywhere, but I don't know if that actually would get that. So is this still coming up 32 though? It is. Well, we told it to export it. Alright, okay. So, friggin' shut up then, and let's just write 160. And 160, and work out how to dynamically get it another time. Because I don't know what the hell is going on there. Wait, that doesn't make sense though, because why did we actually get through all this if it was still returning that same value? Eh? If debug mode was returning 32 still, then why was it suddenly working and getting and going through all the tiles? No, it probably just doesn't work in Watch, you're right. But I'm going to leave that hard-coded for now. So now we want to check pixel column, hide to get. Where are my globals at? Here, right, so heights array. 32, they're all 32. Okay, so that's obviously busted. So let's come down here and think through the logic of this again. So we set that to 0, we take it up by 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, but if we get to a non-black tile, we break. So I want to see if this ever happens. Right, restart game, just do nothing then. Alright, okay. So we're 0, 0. Hang on. 0, 0, pixel column. Pixel 1, yep. Oh, is that just going to go every time? Pixel 2, yep. Okay, so... So I think that's never running. So 4 times 4 leads nested, right? It's because we're going through each tile and then going through every column of that tile. In theory, yes, you could do it with just 2, but it's honestly harder to keep my head around. Bizarrely enough, it makes more sense and is clearer to me if I just do it like that. Okay, so yeah, it's never triggering that. So... feel like it's not drawing the tile map. Which it used to just fine. I'll have you know. I feel like there was something I was missing in here before. Can I bring up Bitbucket? Can I actually just look at that bit of code on an old one? I feel like maybe I deleted something that's not there anymore. This is in game, right? So I'll just move this so you can see what's going on. I'm gonna try anyway. There we go. Wrong one. Still don't know what the hell var data was about. It's because, yeah, of how tile map getting works. I know what I would have been trying to do, but then just realised I didn't need it and never got rid of it. So I think I can safely get rid of that. Yeah, it's just tile map set and then draw tile map. I figured there was something else I needed to do, some sort of commitment you needed to do to commit the tile to be set, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. Tile set II0. Oh right, because that's the height of it. Is that right? Aha, right, okay. So that's... How did I get that so wrong? That's the tile data. So that's the row we're on, the column we're on even. Plus, I don't... No, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's entirely right. Yeah, no, 0 because of 1. Yeah, okay, so no, that's not wrong. Yeah, and because we're even checking that number is correct there. Yeah, okay. So why is it not drawing anymore? Why are they not there anymore? No, I didn't. I did use application surface before. Tile data? What are you talking about? Anyway, let's get rid of you. I'm sure you're useless. Right. Checks the tile set tdev 32 32. No weird differences with this one. I mean, there is no camera. Oh, the knit room is tiny though, but it's big enough. It initially drew just like a one long row along the top. Tile map's all set. Draw the tile map. Surface 0, which is the application surface, got Newton on it. Play. Fresh. Newton on it. And just to be sure this is working how I think, draw a sprite. S player dead. 0 400 no 160 by 160 because that's yeah. Man, I feel like I'm reinventing problems I already solved. This is not... I wanted to do so much more today than I've been able to get done because of this, unfortunately. Well, I can't really skip this. Nothing. Okay, nothing on there either. Still nothing on the application surface even after that. Why? Why not? Why not? This might have not been working for some time actually, just because I've never used these in ages, so this could have been broken for a super long time. without me realising it. I feel like that thing couldn't have been. That must have been a recent thing, because otherwise I would have got the array error from before. Oh no, I wouldn't, because I didn't have any slopes in the game. So yeah, that could have been broken for a really long time as well. So this is what this is actually, like all this stuff like I've assumed has still been working, but actually I've just not really been accessing or using it in any way, and actually it's probably been bust for a long time. Yeah, it's a game I initially made for, not even for a Limdario, it was for a GM48. Early last year, I think. Oh, that's right. Dead. First of all, that's why this doesn't need to all be indented one extra. It's a weird place to end region, but whatever. Might be easier if I do it to a different surface. Let's do that. Do that. Draw clear, see black. See if that works. Oh, I didn't reset the target either, actually, but should be alright at least to see if it's working at this point. Graphics. Okay, so there we go. There's our little surface. That's got everything on it. Let's get all the way to here if we can. And check the heights table. 32, 32, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, yeah, because that's the block. Yeah, this is looking correct. Good. Good, 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 good. So it looks like we're working now. So let's close that. Surface, reset, target, surface 3, room go to next. And then I don't know if the slope code still works, but we'll see what happens now. But we know we got the data correct. The data is in correctly now. Oh, hey, that's looking good. That's looking good. That's actually walking on it. It's a little bit weird because he's like, because of the origin point, it looks like he's like stood in it and everything, but he is working. That's because the layer is actually drawing over the player at the moment. But yeah, we got... Cool. I'm pretty sure this does not work with that. No. It's just going to ignore it. Oh, it doesn't work with that. Oh yeah, of course the lens doesn't work with anything at the moment. But cool. That's in the game. Cool. So back in the game, rather, I should say. This is stuff that I wrote in to like really early on. Like if I find just like some images might be in here somewhere. Like remote poke in here or GM spear. I've got a GIF somewhere that demonstrates like just see if it's in here. I don't see it, but the point is, like, when I was first started making this game, like really early for GM48, like the first day or whatever, where I was just sort of doing all the physics, right, and trying to get out to work, and there was like no game. I had slopes in, and like from the get-go, working for the player, never really could, well, half started considering them for the lance, and then never bothered, and instead just made the game without slopes. But all that slope stuff was kind of still built in, so that's why I figured I could maybe quickly get it back in the game and get it in working properly, making use of that code I did before, and also allowing me to do some cool stuff with slopes. How it's gonna, like, I'm a bit scared of it for the spear. So I mean, I've done all this work and I might still not have slopes in the game, but we're giving it our best shot. Anyway, let's get Lance working back with the regular collision. So basically, I'm gonna search replace map collision. Well, not replace, but I'm gonna look for map collision, because there's a lot of references to this still that all need to change. So tiles, yep, that one's a pretty clean one. That's that one, that's fine. That's commented out of world create. Which is fine. We'll leave that in for now, it's not a big deal. Yeah, that's all of those. Tiles, yeah, we'll change that. What is this? No cursor. Oh, I know what that was about. That was about like throwing things, right? Yeah, so these ones all need to change. Tiles. What else? All the cursor ones. Just do a find all again. Tiles. Tiles. type we'll keep in, and we'll get rid of that in a bigger sweep later. Yeah, so they set them to be like a grabbable tile, which I think is number 1. We should set up an enum for that. So much to do. What is the difference between timing and create events on things like hit points equal 30 times var HP? So when you type var, it means I'm declaring it's like easiest way to think of it as a temporary variable. It's called I think it's called local variable, and that can mean different things sometimes. So think of it as a temporary variable, or a variable local to the script, right? So if I just type one of these blue variables, that's a local variable that's local to the object, or local to the instance. If I type var, it's local to the script, okay? So it means once that script is finished, so once this event had finished running, or any event, once this event finished running, these vars will go away, and they don't occupy any more memory space because I never have to refer back to them. That's the main difference. Well, it is nearly 8 o'clock. I need to go get some food soon. I really hoped to get further than this. Instead, I've just ended up revealing more stuff that needs cleaning. So it's a lot to do, man. But it's not hard. Yeah, these ones can all just flatly be replaced. You know, I thought it would have been easier if I just changed mount collision, but because I don't want to distinguish it as collision anymore. This is the thing. I want it to actually be collision and type. It's not just collision, it's everything. It's collision and the type in one. Most of these hook bugs fucking need rebuilding from the ground up, probably him, but we'll do his things anyway. Okay. Yep. Is slope. Okay. Lance collision. So I've got some stuff for dealing with slopes like built in here, but I'm sure it doesn't work. Okay, final, and it should just be those. Okay. Run now, let's see what on earth the land starts doing. Yeah, I am the scientist, which means we just won't be able to use that in future builds. But that's fine. Okay, so that's still just not really... Oh, right, okay, that's fine. Because yeah, I remember now. Lance doesn't actually care very much about the collision layer. Lance mostly cares about the type of block, because if you assume everything's a block, right, you never have to actually care about the slopes, which is what I was doing before. So that means let's do another search replace for map type. Okay. Okay, so not 0, there's some kind of collision going on. And we need I think we need a script for types, don't we? So let's enum. I don't think I have anything like that already, do I? Macros. Okay, this is how I've named macros. Okay, so let's not do it in there then. Just keep it clean. Enum. Grab. I'll just call them like what I know now. Dirt metal. One way. Yeah, the half ones are going to be interesting, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Anything I'm forgetting? Don't know, the halves. A non-conveyor. Those are all those. Okay, commas. Okay. Yeah, I know there's a couple more, but that's the point actually. Let's Control F, map type. That's fine, just because it's setting those. In fact, those can just go away. Absolutely fine. It should just be in world. Leave that for now, it's fine. And yeah, and then that's okay. So these can convert, okay. If it's above 0, then we know there's some sort of collision. Oh, just fucking insert key, man. Wait, what? Oh, it's undo local to script, okay. Shout out to that debug message. Let's just assume that any of those things are clear. I know some of them, like, or at least one of them is a none, right? But well, that's fine. Okay, then we switch this. And then we need to like convert it basically, so and let's open this side by side. So we can do some lovely hard-coded lookup table. Oh, that's actually a point. Macro should be the first one. There needs to be like 20 of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not really another way to do this, sadly. Well, there is if I split them all into different tile sets, but then that makes everything a huge pain. So the small pain of having a big hard-coded lookup table for this is absolutely worth it. Absolutely. I know it seems nuts. But you're gonna have to trust me on this one. I know what I'm doing. I mean, I don't, but it's not the point. Oh, we know if they're slopes. I don't need to macro them as slopes. Don't need to do that. We know that we can do an is slope for that. That makes things a bit easier. No. Half. Those ones are going to be really weird. Why is that happening? Oh, comma. There we go. What was... Yeah, was one way. Non's not a good name for that, actually, is it? Where did macros go? Do I keep closing it? No, it's in the debugger. Why is the debugger still getting right? What the fuck? Ugh. Alright, there we go. No, that's still not what I wanted. That's better, right? Field, and then I still need the goddamn image up though. I need to see so many things at once. You'd think this would be what workspaces are good for, but it's still just a pain. Four conveyors. Then 4 airs. Yeah, that works. Cool. It's an amazing switch statement. It's just a lookup table, right? That's all it really is. I suppose what I could do is actually just put it into an array, like a global array, rather than calling a script. Is that what I want to do? I don't know which is faster at this point. It's probably slower. This is fine for now. I don't need to worry about over optimizing. What was I doing? Lance collision code, right? What? Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Greater than 0 is a lot easier than yeah. I didn't really have to do it there either. I just wanted to check that that my thing made sense. Time map get. Okay. Time map get that. Tile type, which is both tile type is the enum, and tile type is the function. Amazing. No, I think that works okay. I don't think that's that bad. That already looks better than the switch statement from before anyway by changing these into enums. Water tile. That's not even a thing anymore, is it? I don't think you're a thing, because we don't have water tiles anymore. That was a thing I had at one point. I'm gonna kill it. I don't even care. Yeah, metal or dirt or nothing for now. I mean, on any of the others, it shouldn't just not do anything. So let's actually place them around so we can just, you know, test that. I also want to test certain interactions and, like, jumping up from under here. That used to do a certain thing. I want to see if it still behaves in the same way. It's a situation I would normally avoid. Well, let's just do some stuff. And okay. Let's go back and make sure we've swapped out those things everywhere. So let's do that search again. Okay, yeah, it's gone everywhere. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I delete code all the time now because I've got source control, so it doesn't matter. I can just get it back if I need it. Source control is pretty cool that way. So that still works, cool. Oh, interesting. It's not well. It's probably because my bottom center isn't working its way under there, but that would usually. Ooh, I don't know if that's just a hitbox thing. What's my? I can still draw that. Yeah, that's just okay. That's just collision box. That's fine. And we now have liftoff with. Yeah, it's interesting. Right. Okay. So this actually kind of works already in some circumstances. Behaves weirdly because I'm sure some of it is not written to handle slopes. So like that, for example, is not finding. But I think when I do it into another one, it's always gonna, yeah. But if I just isolate. Like, it has to go quite deep, it seems, before it gets it. Interesting. But yeah, I wasn't expecting that to work. It's actually working better than I thought it might. Off the bat. Because I couldn't remember what I'd set up contingencies for if I wanted to do slopes later. So it's like half-coded. But not quite. That's really promising, though. That's cool. This all still works. But sometimes it looks like pretty right. The idea there was like, so by putting that metal at the bottom there, you can't just like scoot over the bottom of the water by just like clawing your way down here. Like you miss it. Because the idea is I kind of want you to be able to have to do that at one point. So like, you jump up and then push and use that to like dive under and get a thing. Ooh, some sort of crash there. How did I go flying up from that? Is that water specific? water-specific collision bug. Feel like it might be, because water does some weird things. Oh, okay, something a bit weird is happening with these. Okay, so something's not right there. I think that's going to be down to how the right, okay. That's player movement stuff, so that's nothing to do with spear now. Close here if I can. Doesn't seem to want to close. Nothing to do with spear, so it's going straight back into the spear code. So it's just in free state as well, wasn't it? Wasn't in any kind of player hang, does that do anything? No, yeah, because they all lean on the same collide and move code, so this slope is accurate, isn't it? So greater than 2 and less than 11. In which case it will return true. It looked a little bit like I was getting it wrong and I was thinking that was a slope tile and it's not. 0, 1, 2. I think that's 0 anyway. Hopefully that isn't tile 2, tile 3 even. Or something stupid. Nah, it can't be. Yeah, it wouldn't have done anything else right otherwise. What could this be about? We'll try and solve this, and then well, depending on how much of a mess it turns out to be, we'll try and solve this. And then we'll call it, because it's now 8 o'clock. I don't even know how many people are still watching this mess. 46 of you, nuts. Why is this still not closed? Get dead. Oh, okay, hang on. You might be under something there, Zenrith. I don't know, like, there's always someone who can somehow keep up, no matter how much I'm scrolling around and stuff, actually keeps up with the code and then spots mistakes I make and stuff, and it's kind of mind-blowing that people can even do that. I think I know which section you're referring to, though. Let me have a look. Climb move. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So that's coming back 1, or 1, because it was just looking for, specifically like a full collision tile. So that's not even, it just doesn't even care about a slope. So really it's just if not slope and not 0, right? Well, we know it's not slope. Oh, no, we don't. I mean, right now I know I can just do 1 or 2. I'm just thinking about this. That's the only reason he streams, to have to get help. I don't want to slow this down too much, more than it already is, but just trying to avoid turning this into a stupid long if statement. Kind of just need an is solid, don't I, really? Starting to see why I actually had two maps now after all this. Might be able to get away with just saying not 0. Because, yeah, most of these are solid, and the ones... Oh, yeah, yeah. Well... I don't know if that matters or not. I honestly don't remember if that matters or not. But I'm sure that was specific to them being... Like, it might have mattered if they were slopes. But that already knows that we're not on a slope, in theory. Let's see what happens. See what happens. See what happens. See what happens. Yeah, it's just broken slopes. Thought it might. Because it's running both collision checks when it should be ignoring it if it is a slope. On the plus side, though, that probably means, oops, that is no longer broken. Yeah, so that's fixed that, the weirdness of the metal things, but broke the slopes, which were kind of already broken. But oh yeah, I could just do the in-floor check, actually. I could do the in-floor check. Oh no, because I'm only getting the tile type back. And then snapping to a position on the tile, right? So this has to only be with solid stuff. I can't just, yeah. Would it work if I said if slope is... If I did this was include a check for 0 in here? Where else do I use this again? Quite a few places now. No, okay. I think there's just no getting around it. I have to just be complicated here. Often on Fridays like this, but today I'm doing PokeyPoke instead because you know I can't just occupy an entire day every week with playing people's games. But typically like Fridays, so just not this week because I've got a lot. As you can probably tell, I've got a lot to do with this game at the moment. Is solid. I'll do the same thing again. We had one of these, so fuck it, we'll do another one. If it's greater than 0, less than 3. There's more of them than that though, isn't there? This is why I had 2 maps, isn't it? This is exactly why I had 2 maps. Old me is now like, this is why you did it! Because what I had before was a thing that just specifically said what type of tile it was, and one thing that handled the collision type and shape of it. Should have just stuck with that. But we didn't. So we're going to make it work with just one. Which is this. I'm trying to catch you live. Well, I'm not playing them today, I'm afraid. But thank you. I feel like I'm not going to get away with doing this, and I just want a nice, elegant way to do it, and I don't think I'm going to get one. It's just 1 or 2, right? To start with, yes, 1 or 2, but then also these ones. Well, hang on, it's if it's not a slope and it's not 0, right? That'll do. Probably other issues, but let's try that out. Man, time goes too fast. Not enough hours in the day. Okay, slopes are still working, that's good. I know the spear doesn't work with them before anyone. fix this. Okay, let's jump on here. This is okay. We don't fly into the side of it for no reason now. Okay, good. Cool. That's the bulk of the issues then. Yeah. Stupid. That didn't used to happen with the water either. That's something new that's happened so much, man. Like, the game is a mess. Of just the physics and stuff just to get, like, nailed. Does this work? It does. Cool. Yep. And there'll be another one up here. Do I make my own sprites? I've made some of these sprites, but not... Oh, wow, I made all the dev sprites. Woo. I made the spear. But the character was not by me. You can still come up from underneath those. Oh, and they cause weird crashes now and again, okay. I'm not actually sure why that would be, thinking about it. I mean, that's actually fine, because I will never have a slope in that position. I don't know if that was a thing. That might have just been inherent in my slope thing before. Part of the way I do slopes means you don't ever want to have a slope that's not cordoned off on its solid sides. I put that one there specifically to test to see if that was the thing still. It seems it kind of is. Yeah, so you never want a situation like that. Because it gets stuck on some sort of while loop thing where, I don't know. I actually don't know why it would cause a total freeze. It used to just cause like a pop-up. But I know it can be unpredictable, and I'm never going to do that kind of thing. Oh, F4! It takes forever to die when you get an infinite loop. Poor CPU cycles, man. Being wasted. Oh, pardon me. But to work that out, I'd have to like dig properly back into how all this works. I've been kind of like, you know, band-aid solutioning something. Well, not really, but like solving things without understanding all the ramifications because of not remembering entirely how this worked in the first place. Yeah, I do kind of want to just take it. I'm just glancing at them and just see if I can work out why. It's just, you know, I prefer to understand why it happens at the very least, because then, you know, I can think about whether or not it is a problem anywhere else. But I don't think it is. Yeah, when you have a problem like that, it's best to fix it and just, in case of a rare chance players encounter it through some sort of glitch, or just be aware it exists and avoid the situation whenever placing the object that way. So, in a situation like this, you gotta ask yourself the question: do I want this shape to exist in the game? Is that important to me that that shape exists in the game? If it is, then you have to fix it, right? But if I can get away with just never having that shape, I'll just never have that shape. It's still probably important to understand why it doesn't work that way. Which before I did when I made this, but the way it didn't work I don't remember it causing while like infinite loops. I remembered it just like making it so if you ever touched it from the bottom, you just like pop through because it tries to correct your position to the top. So I do want to look into why it's causing an infinite loop, because that's different and that's something I don't understand, and I want to understand how my code works. But in terms of fixing it, unless it has some ramifications for something else, I don't care, because if it's not in the game, it's not in the game. It doesn't matter. You could do that as Enris, but like, it's easier to just not do it, you know? Like, if you do that by accident, then you're not testing your levels enough, I don't think, you know? Anyway, yeah, you just do something like that. Like, I put that in on purpose here, because I wanted to try that out. Speaking of... Oh yeah, these ones don't do anything anyway, do they? Like, yeah, they're sloped, but they're also not. They're upside down slopes. My slope engine doesn't even support upside down slopes, so I don't even know why I put these in. That's dumb. Yeah, when I'm putting these in, I just totally forgot my slope system has nothing to deal with upside down slopes, because we calculate the height map from above, not from underneath. You could rewrite it to deal with that, but I don't think I care enough, frankly. I really only even want slopes for allowing you to walk along certain areas of the game without having to jump, like at the start, and just being able to just sort of walk along. So I think that these slopes are going to be very, very rare in the game, because I think, yeah, trying to make them work super consistently with this is going to be a pain. I'm going to have to really think about it, because there's a lot of, it's adding a lot of junk into the collision stuff, and I don't know if I like it. One tile auto jump. Nah, I don't like that. Level editor DLC. Well, I don't care about that. People put glitchy level structures and through a level editor, that's their own fault. The reason I'm not doing a level editor DLC is because that's too much work. But I'm glad that they work for the player again. We've killed a few layers. I mean, we wanted to kill way more than that today, but that's what we'll have to do for now. Needs to work. We need to get them to work with the spear again. Right, let me update my Trello about what's that. But we're gonna leave it there. We didn't get as much as we wanted to done today, which is a little frustrating. But we did make some solid progress. We did a lot of stuff that just needed to be done, so done the block out. February sprint. Okay, so while I'm here, let's kill T-collision. We don't need you anymore, for sure. I thought I deleted the wrong thing then, because it's still there, but let's delete S-call as well. I'm gonna have a long thing about these upside down ones. Think if there's any reason I want them. I don't think there is. No, I think I'm gonna leave it at those. Yeah, I don't know. I feel that's too high. I mean, you wouldn't really see them at that. You wouldn't really see them as those kind of hills anyway. You'd see them more like that. But in theory, I could adjust the slopes angle anyway. But T collision not set before reading it. Oh right, okay, yeah. So I need to kill that as well. Alright, let's just fully get rid of the collision one now. Oh, let's just get rid of all this. Don't need it. I only need it for the Norwich room and sod it. Oops. Collision. Late collision. Map. Type. Oh yeah. Cool. Thanks, dude. Yeah. So basically, that like one moment is basically all that we have slopes for. There are other little moments like it as well, which allows me to do some neat tricks with the camera and so on. So they are sort of important. They weren't a total waste of time. And stuff like this as well just looks a little bit nicer with slopes. Oh yeah, wasn't the cause of the glass, I'm just doing this. So, yeah, so that doesn't break it anymore, which is good. Yes, 13 is far too young to do coding, you don't stand a chance. No, of course it's not, dude, you can do coding whenever you want. Earlier the better. For a large level, how do my level scroll to accommodate all your levels? So, the room size is just really big, and I have a camera that follows the player around. Cameras are... I have tutorials on cameras, so you can go check those out. 14, too old. Can't code anymore at 14. Thirteen's too young, 14's too old. The core joy of the game is all still there, at least after having redone all the collision stuff, which is just doing fun stuff like this. Made those doors. What doors? Oh, you mean the doors in PokeyPoke? I think I did a stream of it at one point, but I mean, they're not really tutorial worthy. Anyway, so the stream was kind of a mess for... I mean, it would have been live, well, live a bit longer because my stream crashed, but I really only drew, like, the first bit of the stream, I only really drew the graphics for the new tiles. That was all I really did. The second half of the stream's only actually been 2.5 hours long, so I feel like I just spent loads of time working and accomplished nothing, but really I've only done like 2.5 hours work on it this stream. So that's not too big of a deal, I guess, that it took all that time. Well, if it just felt like it took ages to get so little done. But that's the nature of the beast sometimes. I hope to do a few more of these streams in the future when we're doing more interesting stuff, hopefully. This has been a pretty dry stream, I know. So the idea is now I've got this, I can, I still need to make these work with the spear, so that'll be kind of a priority. And if I decide it's way too much effort, I just won't, and we'll basically undo a lot of what we've done there to get all the slope stuff working, and we'll just dig slopes out of the game entirely. But hopefully we can make that work with them. So that's the next thing, and then after that we want to start actually blocking out this area. So we'll do some fun level design stuff afterwards. We've got loads of stuff to come in here. That's gonna be a redesign of this area. Okay, it'll follow us down to here, so we're going to design that. That would be a much more fun thing to stream, really. I was hoping to do that today. I was hoping that was what the stream would be, but all the collision stuff is just too fundamental. Like, without that, there was no point doing this block out stuff, right? That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate we didn't get to stream that. But we'll do another stream next Friday. I don't know what it'll be on. Maybe I'll do some video games. Maybe we'll do another. Maybe we'll start doing 2 streams a week. I don't know. It depends. But at the moment, I'm trying to consistently do them on Fridays at least. So we'll have something new then. Webcam overlay. Alright, so I can go webcam mode now. Cool. Yeah, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you. And I don't have a new video coming out this week. I kind of planned to do one, but some stuff kind of came up and it didn't manage to get finished. But next week, there is a poll going on at the moment with my Patreon supporters. I can show you that right now. It's pretty cool. We're deciding what big tutorial series I'm going to do next. And it looks like by a huge majority, we're going to be looking at some sort of action RPG. Which I actually think is kind of a shame because other tutorial creators have covered that topic. So I'm going to have to think of a way to bring, like, oh, no, I'm not selecting anything. How do I answer? Well, I'm going to go for tower defense because I like that one. But other tutorial creators have made this. Like, yeah, like Heartbeast has done it already, and like other people have worked on those sort of ideas. But it's what the people want. We'll find a way to bring our own spin to it and try and cover different things. I don't want to just recreate tutorials that basically already exist. But that's what we're going to be doing. I really like the idea of doing a tower defense series. And this one's going to take forever as well. It's going to take forever because we're going to have to build the whole thing. And then we're going to do a series of it. So very similar to how we did the platformer series. In theory, the videos will come together faster than the platformer one did once the project is actually done. Because I got like halfway into the platformer and ran out of the stuff that I'd prepared, and started adding other stuff to it because I didn't feel it was as complete as I wanted it to. So this time I'm going to complete the whole thing from the ground up, and then do the tutorials. So we might see streams of me just working on that. I don't know, that could be interesting because there's going to be a long time where I'm not going to be able to necessarily make a tutorial every week. So, well, because I'm working on this, so I might stream developing that tutorial series or something. That could be interesting. I don't have a contact fee to send my games, send your games to. No. You can submit. There's a Google form that you can submit games for the live stream thing, but I only have that linked when I'm doing that. Yeah, you just can't ask when I stream. That's generally how I tend to make it work. Anyway, is there anything else I'm forgetting? Probably. Anyway, thank you all for stopping by this week. I'll try and piano us out. I'm slowly starting to remember how to play the song, but I'll show us this plate just chilling here. I should really practice this before we do the stream, and then I know what I'm doing. But yeah, I'll play this out, and then I'll see you all next Friday. Probably next Friday. What is that next bit? It's like, no. To work that out. That's the one bit. That's the same bit I forgot last time. Ah, well, I'll quit. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you guys next time in a bit.